Hello everyone, this is Silk. We are doing our recap for Operation From Russia with Love, turn 7. This is usually kind of a pretty key turn in any given game, really. Turn 7 is usually when France falls and uh, all the various feature roles get made and things kind of get sorted out a little bit about who's going where. And then on turn 8, Germany spends its big chunk of cash, and after that, games kind of tend to settle in a little bit, and then Japan does its surprise strike, and after that, everything else is kind of chasing for end game points. So we are right in the really kind of the start of the mid game here. As far as how it goes, things are looking overall pretty normal at this point. Germany well ahead of Britain as you'd kind of expect. Soviets are plodding along just fine. They're I've seen Soviets much worse than this. I've seen Soviets a little better than this. Like that's kind of and this is right about where Japan usually sits at this stage of the game too. That's pretty normal right there. We'll see how early this is only going to really change depending on when Japan's either going to take FEC territory or the DEI. Otherwise, they're going to stay around this number until they get one or the other of those two. Or I guess in this case, maybe he'll grab Anzac, but well, so I guess one of those three kind of thing. Um, Vichy went pretty decisively to Vichy there because Japan got the two. So out of the um, $8 that were kind of up for grabs, the Vichy got three of them, and then 4 or 5. So Vichy got five, France got three. That's a pretty Vichy leaning roll, and then Vichy got most of the ships, as I'll show off. So definitely a big Vichy France. Um, we go take a look at the check chart. Just about everybody is having a pretty good day here. Germany got it two techs, to stage 3. Japan has one. Italy has one. Britain has one. Like this is any of these players are happy to see that they've got techs they can finish next round or the round after, and they've got more coming right behind them. So this is all actually a really good tech program for pretty much all these folks. Soviets are plodding along. They're for starting as late as they do. They're still hitting it, I think, right at 60% or 50%, I should say, which is just fine for the Soviets. Uh, Soviets did roll for improved logistics right at the end of the game there, right at the end of the turn of the U.S. turn, but they failed. Just as a heads up for that, and we'll talk about Mongolia in a minute here too. The only real thing I'm gonna call out again is this: the U.S. missed large ship construction. Japan hit large ship construction. That is a significant advantage to Japan now. Um, Very good chance they're going to finish this by turn 10, which is about when you want to start building your heavy ships. You'll build them earlier if you can, but if you can build them on turn 10, you're on it. Like that's the spot where you're in good shape there. And odds of Japan being able to build heavy ships on turn 10 is very good. Odds of America being able to build heavy ships on turn 10 is impossible because 8, 9, 10, 11. The soonest they can possibly build them is turn 11. Um, and that's just unlikely. Like you're unlikely to get a string of 8 plus successes in a row. So this is a very nice spot for Japan. Anticipate you're going to see some real fireworks in the Atlantic. Oh, probably 4 turns from now. We'll see how that goes. All right, let's go take a look at the board. Um, Germany kind of as anticipated, just kind of walked down here and just kind of crushed France. No particular sweat. I actually took less damage even than I anticipated. I thought they'd lose about 6 to 7 ground units, and they only lost, I think, 4 ground units. Might have even only been 3. The big hit was the AAA though did get 2 fighter casualties. So that kind of smarts. Germany definitely wants to use its planes if it wants to do any kind of bombing campaign. If he wants to supplement his fleet to chase down the British fleet to create pressure, like all of this, you want to have a good uh, fighter campaign going to augment your airborne coming across. All those things. So I would not be surprised if you see Germany build at least a fighter next turn, maybe even 2. Would not surprise me because he definitely losing both fighters kind of smarter. He has this fighter. This turn he's gonna pick up this fighter, so that'll help. But I anticipate he's gonna build at least 1 or 2 more, especially with Britain already having 4. Like they're running up the tally on the fighters here. So I think you're going to see some of that. And then let's take a look at this Vichy fleet. This is huge. battleship, light cruiser, 2 destroyers, torpedo boat, destroyer, submarine. He's got enough ships that he can blockade any one port of his choice. As far as that goes, he's got transport, which is amazing. I anticipate we're going to see this transport drop down and take Syria. He'll just kind of go 1, 2, 3, and he'll grab Syria. This guy here, which he also hit his recruitment roll on turn 1, which is incredible. Just yeah, 1 and 12, and he hit it. So that'll let him grab this, and that's going to put Vichy suddenly way over Free France. And at the same time, these ships here, they can either go down here and do a blockade of the French capital, or they'll go up here and they can do a blockade of the French battleship wherever it tries to hide. And if it doesn't hide, they kill it. So it kind of just will neuter the French battleship, and the Germans won't have to deal with it. We'll see what Hambone comes up with. Just kind of wanted to call that out to you. Italy kind of came back home. This looks a little bit more normal to what I would have expected. The units kind of came down here, and I think that may have been what drew this fortification out of Global War Enthusiast. I really dislike that this thing's even legal. But that'll be for a different video, a different discussion of as far as Silk's house rules, as it were. But this fortification is one of the key components of my house rules. It really makes for static gameplay. But it is what it is, so good luck with dealing with that, Board Gaming Bro. This is a little bit more normal. Like Eddie brings his planes back. He's certainly set up to crush both these territories, and then he's gonna have to deal with whatever it is that the British fleet decides they want to do to him. After that, we'll see what comes up, what happens. And then the last thing is this here. Very interesting that GWE decided to pull out. Here we go. You're real surprised to see Global War Enthusiast pull out of Warsaw there. He gave up a whole lot of +1s to change his spot. Very curious. Have some thoughts on that, but kind of because I'm Russia, I'm going to be limited in what I discuss about it. Other than to say it's real interesting, and kind of leave it at that. Not a whole lot else happened really anywhere else that I know of. KMT consolidated. They're building their army. This army's not quite ready to go, but it's not far off. You double the stack of artillery here. You make that stack 8 artillery, and suddenly they're going to cause a lot of problems. Panzer J is definitely ready to go. As soon as these guys, he's got 5 transports, 10 units. They may slide over here. They may marshal. They may go down here and go attack the DEI. Although he's a turn away from that, isn't he? Yeah, so he's not going to hit the DEI this turn. But he can bring him down here. He can bring him down into Siam and then wreak some havoc. So plenty of options for Panzer J there. We'll see what he does with that. British fleet's mostly split. You know, you've got core fleet there, core fleet here. Then he's got the small battleship fleet up here. We'll see what how Hambone decides to deal with that. He didn't get many ships from the French, but he did get a transport, which again has value. We'll see if he buys Marines. If he buys Marines and some planes, you may see some London action here. We'll see. As for the Soviets, we're just gonna try to clean up dear old Finland. Other than that, just gotta try to not die. Allies are definitely putting us in a bit of a tight spot here. Not sure how we're gonna deal with that, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I think that's about it. Oh, Mongolia. I did forget my Mongolia roll and my Spanish roll, so I went ahead and we PB'd that, and we did get 1 hit here, but there was no change in Spain. So I think I've only hit the Spanish roll 1 time, just for these 2 guys, which I think was like turn 2. I think I've missed every other die roll for that. So that's a little interesting little tidbit. And that should be it as far as things that I kind of want to chat about. Although you notice couple more enthusiasts start building fortification here. He's definitely worried now about possibly the Japanese coming down. And then he's got his fort here, and now he starts building guys here in Malaya, so he's definitely trying to kind of fortify up. And we'll see how Japan chooses to deal with that. Um, there's the non-aggression pact, so you're not going to see really anything going on up here. And these guys are mostly probably just going to consolidate. He might kill these guys. He might kill this guy. We'll see how he decides to deal with the KMT army there. We'll learn more next turn. And we're gonna learn more once we see what Germany's buying is. That'll tell us a lot. Turn 8 kind of is a pivot moment. You kind of get to learn about what the Axis plans are and how they're gonna do things. So I have to watch that. That should be coming up pretty soon here. That's all for me here. Everybody have a great day and game on.